Oh, yes, sir, people. Bring it in, bring it in. Listen, I am accompanied here with my sidekick, Sir Kenneth. Another action-packed episode. Again, I hope everybody understands. Next month, there's a settlement coming. Okay, this is not what I said. This is what the CEO of your company said. But like I said, we're gonna tap down into that. First off, you're here with your host, Money Montgomery. The name of this episode, I tried to tell you, just simply with that same tone. Let's get down to it. Bitcoin on a dipperooski down to 60,538. Nobody should be concerned with the dip on XRP at 48 cents. Guys, we've been in the same range. This is why I'm telling you it's floor. Bitcoin is dipped now $10,000, which sounds crazy, but you've got to understand Bitcoin can move in $10,000 spreads in a day's time. This is not something where it's a panic. We're ready. That consolidation is happening, guys. We are sitting up near the top of that breakout point. That $74,000 mark. Just remember, it's a $14,000 move till something crazy happens. And this thing can swing $10,000 in a day. I just want y'all to understand how close we are. Ethereum sitting at $3,352. Where we at? Solana at $132. A little dipperooski from that 170 we saw a couple days ago. And again, XRP sitting at 47 cents. Let's tap down to the information. Amelia, Ripple versus SEC. 14 days ago, both parties have ordered to reconsider their motion to seal parts of the briefs and have until July 8th, 2024 to file a revised motion to seal specific exhibits, basically saying things that they don't want to be public, money, The final deadline to that is on July 8th. The court final decision on these motions will follow shortly thereafter. The final settlement could happen in July. What? Really? What? Guys, can y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe? Because now this is getting outlandish now. I'm bringing this information weeks ahead of time. And it's not, again, like I'm just some genie. It's the CEO was on live TV and said settlement is expected in July. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's like the information drops and people be shocked. Now let's come down through it. Further, breaking again from Amelia. The Federal Reserve and Federal Deposit Insurance Corp are warning the major banks in the Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citibank are at risk of collapse. Now, again, that sounds scary. Understand, if any of those banks collapse, we're toaster strudels. It's done. You might as well grab your AKs or whatever you might got because we go sideways. But here's the part that you're missing. They know that. They plan for that. And what's that called? It's called ISO 222. What's that called? It's called XRP stablecoin. It's called cryptocurrency. A dollar backed by Treasury. Now the dollar has a value. They plan for that. Did anybody not wonder why it seemed like with the whole, sick thing, I'm not going to say it. They don't like that word too much on YouTube. But did it not seem funny how it seemed like they just printed so much money that the backfall of how much money was printed, you're like, wait a minute, we can never recover from that. Like they were printing it up one last time because they knew that they were about to get rid of that. Hey, just put a money bag in the chat if you're kind of following along with the fact that, guys, your life is about to change. If you're holding this, right? Let's keep tapping further through. Wow, Ripple case may end without the SEC appeal. X official suggests. Now, remember, guys, I reported on this a couple days ago when one of the X crypto security heads of the SEC said that the SEC most likely wasn't going to appeal, and basically in layman's terms because they didn't want to further degrade the position they had already with the government. Well, now people are popping out, and y'all are kind of because this is one of the arguments. They're going to appeal it, and it'll drag on for another 17 years. First off, guys, an appeal happens after a judgment. So when the judgment is done, you can appeal all you want to. The standard is there until the appeal is done. Even if it dragged out 17 years, that would just be an appeal by them, the SEC paying money. But they're not going to appeal because Ripple stomped their heads in. Respectfully. Now, let's keep pulling on through here. A beautiful thing that I was showing Kenny, the breakdown sheet of the top 10% of holders of XRP, guys. I want y'all to take a quick little snapshot of this. I want y'all to look at this and see if you're scaling the life that you want in the future, getting off financial advice, with what could happen with XRP. We're not going to say what will happen. But again, with the creators of the coin telling you that it needs to run optimally at 10,000 a coin, with all the money in the system that we even do now through the Swift system telling you it's at 10,000 coin, just make sure that, you know, there's a generational wealth transfer coming. This is going to be a nasty thing or a beautiful thing depending on who is prepared. If you were not prepared for this, you will not recover. You will not be able to buy in on the next opportunity. The next, they say they come every 20 years. You won't be able to get in on that. We'll be at 50 hitting that. Just keep this in mind. Now let's tap in, keep those numbers in your head. And let's look at what this is from Ido Farina, right? A breakdown, Swift, 3 to 5 working days, XRP, 4 seconds cross-border payment. 1 trillion via Swift network equals 10,000 per XRP coin. Let's get a little math again on why it's at 10,000. Remember now, I already told y'all, the coin has to be at a certain amount because this is a stable coin. A bank can't buy 10 million XRP to move across. And banks do this with trillions of dollars. No, they can buy 100 XRP at 10,000 and get that equivalent. But that doesn't move the system. Let's further break it down here with a little number action. Get down to it. Farius!
XRP hits $10,000 per coin. This video I'm going to break down with simple mathematics how XRP could reach $10,000 per coin and why that's a realistic scenario when we actually confront that with Swift. So Swift is actually handling $1.2 quadrillion per year. That's actually $5 trillion per day that is running through Swift. So if we divide 1.2 quadrillion per 100 billion XRP, which is the total XRP supply, that takes us to $12,000 per XRP, considering that 100 billion XRP would be available for Swift. Swift is an archaic technology. I'm not saying Swift is going to disappear, but I only see 2 ways for Swift. One is actually to disappear, cease its existence, or number 2 is actually...
And again, guys, here's the thing, and he's trying to be optimistic. He's saying, oh, I don't think the Swift is going to disappear, but the Swift is going to have to conjoin with the XRP network in some way. And I said they might possibly do that because, again, the Swift system is done. The competitor is just way faster. You're saying the difference between when something settles is from 3 to 5 business days, with 3 days being the fast? They got you used to when you deposit check, you're happy when it's settled in 3 days, to where now the competitor can settle in 4 seconds. Cross border, no middleman, no need for Swift, higher regulation, tracking of the actual amount of coins in circulation. There's no comparison. Why wouldn't a bank move over? You mean it's going to cost me less to get my money faster? Okay.
To embrace Ripple's technology.
Swift is going to have to do some type of partner with XRP and be some type of means of facilitator. They're going to be a smaller breakdown of that. But that's the only way they can survive.
Integrate the XRP ledger. I only see this way out for Swift. So considering that 100 billion XRP is likely to not be available, so we could repeat this math by using only 10% of XRP supply. And if we do this calculation, the result would be 120,000 per XRP. Less XRP available for global transactions means a higher price for XRP. If we take in here 100 billion XRP, that's around 50% of XRP locked in the escrow. And you guys know this is my speculation that this escrow is no longer in possession of Ripple. My opinion, it belongs to some key institution like the IMF, the bank.
And this is a good component to think about. I don't know, again, the depth of what the escrow, where the escrow or what it's being used for, right? But again, y'all keep in mind, we have 100 billion coins in escrow. So the equivalent of like $50 billion sitting up at this current state. What he's saying is that escrow is actually belonging already to these big institutions. I don't think so. I believe that escrow is going to be a guarantor of liquidity, but I don't think that anybody holds on to escrow because, again, those banks, I mean, the amount of money that this is that we're talking about, you know, 100 billion coins, guys. That's, I mean, I don't even know what the number would be. What would that be? Would that be $1 quadrillion? That might be, which would be funny because that's the equivalent of what they're saying is kind of the movement of how much money's flowing through the on a daily is $1.2 quadrillion per day, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to kind of understand the scale of when we're talking about how big this is and why we're going to be talking about in the future staking and these things of that nature is because the value of your coin is going to be pinned to the fact that there's not less people being born. More money is going to always circulate. So this is why they said it needs to run at a minimum of 10,000. Y'all can understand 10,000 is not the scale. 10,000, the higher the price goes, the more stable the coin gets. That's what they want. At $100,000, they would prefer a $100,000 coin, right? Because at 100,000, now you have to buy even less XRP to move a bigger money. These are banks, quadrillions of dollars.
Bank of International Settlements, the World Bank, perhaps the US Treasury. These XRPs are going to be used to unlock trillions of dollars in cross-border payments, and that's why the smaller this number here that's going to be available, also have in mind some of this is owned by retail investors. Some of these XRPs are going to be locked.
And again, this is based off the numbers of the current SWIFT system. This is how $1.2 quadrillion moves to the SWIFT system daily now. They're saying with the new system that's taking over XRP, you're talking about a $10,000, $12,000 XRP. Just even off the base number. And y'all got to understand, over the next 10 years, there'll be, at a certain point, money will double. When the system is bringing in now these other third world countries like Africa that couldn't move money. Now think about when one of the largest continents on earth can now join in and move money. Them little places in India that can now move money. Okay, Kenny, I'm a P12 type of guy. I'm a double-decker yacht type of dude, you hear me? I'm a two-thought type of guy. I'm just trying to tell people, if you don't get it, you never will. But like I said, my chinchilla might stink how much I'll be wearing around. It might stink around the neck. I'm just telling you.
It's very unrealistic that 100 billion XRP is going to be available for SWIFT. That's not the case. As I say, if we take only 10% of that, that already takes XRP price above $10,000.
So in and at that point, basically he's just saying the price is bound to go above $10,000 with minimal shift from what we're doing now, right? So when people hear this 10,000, it's because, again, you're retail. We're retail. $10,000 a lot of money. There's no way this is not your coin. Just don't forget that. Think about it like if you were JP Morgan. What is 10,000 at JP Morgan? Okay, so then now that's like 50 cents to you. So do you get why the comparison and why I say we're front-running institutions? This will be one of those last chances that you'll be able to actually get in here as retail. Just saying. Now let's keep pushing on through. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse joined CNBC Crypto World this week to discuss our contribution to Fair Shake PAC and how crypto industry is coming together to be a force in 2024 elections. Oh, wow. Here we are. I told you, when it hits the news, it's too late. When they start telling you minions about it, right, it's too late. But that's the beautiful thing for those that have been investing. But I'm telling y'all now, your CEO said the settlement's coming in July. The final motion's coming in July. You've got what seems to be every other day now this guy's on CNBC, right? Why would he be on CNBC so heavily if there was just some major issue like this is going to occur? Like, and again, I want somebody to tell me why you don't think this is going to occur. Where is the FUD even coming from at this point? But let's watch this clip here. Hold up. Amelia, CEO Brad Garlinghouse, we want the U.S. to be one of the financial centers of the next generation technology. The key is regulatory clarity and is soon to come to the U.S. too. Just tap in, Brad. Fair use. Talk your trash.
This is an industry that has been behind in Washington and really been on the defensive from some, I think, uneducated and sometimes intentionally or not, I'm not sure, but really those who are trying to kill crypto in the United States at a time when we want the U.S. to be one of the financial centers of this next generation technology. This is an industry.
And again, I want y'all to understand, just like I just told you in the previous clip, don't think small scale. Don't think America. This settlement is about to end. That was realistically, in my opinion, and there was another one of our family members said this whole thing was a fake lawsuit just to give America the time to get up on that train. No diddy. But you got to understand the reason that they literally dismissed the whole case and gave XRP legal clarity is because the case was boo-boo from the beginning. And now the only thing they're using in a settlement is a law that you can't even publish. It can't be used legally. XRP before I was like, oh, they'll pay less. I think that Ripple's actually going to get out of here with paying no dollars. And again, that's what Brad Garlinghouse has told you from Jump Street, is that he's not paying anything. He's not admitting to nothing doing wrong, because they didn't. But y'all got the key in on when somebody got something. When somebody owns something, you got to look at somebody who owns something. When somebody had that round, this guy's up to something. And I'm in there. I threw 10,000 in. This guy's up to something. He's up to a hell of a lot more than I am. That's all I'm gonna tell you like that. Now let's get down to it. Amelia. Wow. Ripple expands footprint to Asia and launches the XRPL Japan and Korea Fund. Y'all forgot we talked about this last year. Japan is going to be fully running on Japan is going to be fully run, one more time for them. Japan is going to be fully running on XRP by 2025. But you'll let somebody tell you that this ain't the world coin. What are we even talking about at this point? What am I even making these videos? I mean, what more do you need? What more do you at this point? If you need convincing at this point, I could probably show you XRP at $10,000 in my account, and you still probably wouldn't be convinced. You won't be convinced even after it occurred. You like the people on Bitcoin still hating. No, it's never gonna work at $80,000 a coin. All right, let's get down into it. Fair use.
I hope to see all of you next year at Apex in Asia. We'll reveal the exact location when we know. Thank you so much. This has just been amazing.
Let's take a visit to that head. I put my money behind somebody walking around with a cranium like this. You think that this guy got anything better to do than to make the hardest crypto on earth? What do you think he's doing with all his money? You think this guy at the club on the weekend? My money's behind this guy. His shirt don't match nothing. My money behind this guy. This guy don't think about anything but getting his crypto to the top. My money's there. My money's there. And again, keynote in, let me retract off of that. I got lost there a little bit. The point is, the next XRP Apex, he said, is going to be hosted where? In Asia. Also corresponding with the fact that they're going to be running on XRP by 2025. Just like, I don't know, your country is too. Y'all missing the 2025 thing I keep dropping? But let's finish out with this. Last little proponent, just to tie in with the Asia. Breaking news. Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Minh Chanh, that was actually a solid attempt, and I probably hit that thing. Announcement in the cabinet closed door meeting. Some Vietnamese banks associated with SBI Japan are already utilized XRP for cross-border payments. And our goal is to get all Vietnamese banks on board. So now Vietnam's going to be running on XRP too. So what's that? Brazil. Again, we watched the clip yesterday. They have XRP is being utilized by central banks in basically every continent except for Antarctica and one other place. I think it was something crazy like, it's nobody there. Wherever it was. Play with your money if you want to. I just know the way them seats finna hit in that Lamborghini, Kenny. Hey, listen, y'all do what y'all do. You're going to have to wash my shoes. We just going to end it because you already know I'm a V12 type of guy. Listen, much love. Y'all hold it down. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I've yet to see anybody bring it better. And I've yet to see anybody show me where I'm wrong. I still have that challenge out there. Much love. Y'all hold it down. You already know what time it is. Yes, sir.